lot of questions. As I was taking notes, there's a lot that I've learned from this, and I want to say thank you, Professor Hopper, and your students who made this happen as a part of your class. Also, Mr. Shields, Mr. Bimbo, thank you guys portrayed Mr. Washington and Dr. Du Bois. You guys did an excellent job, so we thank you. The 100 Black Men are all about inspiring young leaders like these young men right here. We know that African American males are at the very bottom oftentimes, and what we're trying to do is uplift the young men in this community. That's what we're all about. So, for the historians in this room, you know there's a common statement that says we must know and understand from whence we come. Okay? If you know and understand who you are, then you're in a better position. Mr. Washington, his philosophy was all about from whence he came. Okay? Walking from West Virginia all the way to Hampton Normal Institute. Okay? How long did it take you to take that walk? Do you remember?
Many weeks.
Many weeks. Okay? And so from there, going to Tuskegee University, he was all about, being, your parents were slaves. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay? You were born on a plantation in Virginia somewhere?
Yes.
Not far from here? So that's your culture, that's your background, that's what you understood. That's why you advocated for agriculture and industrial toiling. Mr. Du Bois here, okay? Where did you grow up? Somewhere up north? Okay? And it was all about intellectual pursuit. That's your background, okay? Books were in front of you at an early age. And so that's what you advocated for. So, the young men in this room, when we talk about who we are, we must understand who we are. So when you hear like national statistics such as African American males nationally, 4% are gifted, okay, versus like 16% of the whites who are gifted. Or you hear stats like the graduation rates, 50, 60, 70%, of our males don't graduate. Okay? Whereas in this area, we're talking about like 10%. So you have to put things in perspective. When we talk about, our MQ kids, like this young man right here who's, I'm talking about you, Rick. He's in our program, what we call Math Q. It's all about preparing our kids to be academically competitive. So we know that algebra is one of those gateway subjects. So we're trying to get our young men enrolled in algebra. So as an organization, we know that, 41% of the black males in Virginia are in those below basic classes versus 19% of whites. But with our MQ program, and we're not talking about, kids who are gifted in this program. We start with kids who are at that 425 rate on their standards of learning math assessment out of a total 600. Now, of those kids who complete a 2-week summer program, and we've had it for 2 years now, 95% of those kids are enrolled in upper level math class. Okay? 95%. Versus in the state of Virginia, when we look at all black males enrolled in advanced classes, 1%. 1%. So where does that start? It starts with very supportive parents. Okay? It starts with knowing who you are and what you want to be. It starts with pushing folks. It starts with men like, our mentor right here. Okay? Mr. Nixon. Okay? He's mentoring a group of students at Walton Middle School. Okay? I asked him to mentor 2 kids. He ended up pulling a group of kids. How many do you have? About 5 or 6 now that you meet with them on a month-to-month basis? 8 or 9 kids. Uplifting others. So what we're trying to do is just make a difference. Like Mr. Washington years ago, we couldn't keep everybody happy. Like Dr. Du Bois, we couldn't satisfy everybody, but we're just trying to just uplift a few at a time. And that's what our organization is all about, trying to uplift the two. What I'd like to do, if I could, kind of continue this debate if we have time. Do we have time?
Yes, you do.
Because I think what we need to do for the young men in this room and the young women, to help them understand what their role is today versus Du Bois Washington in the early 1900s, Malcolm and Martin, a few years back. And so the question that, these young people in this room, as future leaders, should be asking is, how do you take a conversation like this, that happened years ago, and apply it to who you are today, based on your culture, your background, those things that you bring to the table. So, I need a chair over here, and 2 chairs over there. Another chair. And then I need 4 bodies to fill those chairs. Now, so 2 on that side, right? There we go. And some bodies to fill those chairs. 2 chairs. Some bodies. This is good. This is good. I didn't think we
Go ahead, AJ. Do it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Look at this.
You can stay.
This is good. Guys, share with us who you are. We'll raise your hand. What's who you can.
Okay, I'm David Crummy.